So this is going to be a follow-up video to the one I made yesterday about Desiree Perez, where her daughter says that her mother wrongfully sent her to a mental ward, and it was wrapped in lies and accusations of her husband putting hands on her.
Complaint alleges a conspiracy, saying Perez used her money, power, and influence to tear apart Desiree and her husband, Javon Hadley, and created an enterprise of individuals to effectuate her plot.
To essentially try to separate me from my husband and to falsely accuse him of domestic violence.
Perez has repeatedly denied these allegations in court filings. A month before Desiree filed her complaint, we found her mother filed her own lawsuit against Demore's husband, Javon, citing evidence Perez says he has abused her daughter for years, something the couple has denied in court records. In that lawsuit, Desiree Perez says she moved to Baker Act her daughter, fearing she was at risk of suicide and abusing prescription drugs. Claims Perez harassed the couple for years, including making unfounded claims to get Javon arrested on multiple occasions for battery and domestic violence, charges prosecutors did not pursue.
The state attorney's office wrote a 11-page scathing closeout memoranda, which basically said that her mother made false allegations to the police.
In this closeout memo, a prosecutor with the Miami-Dade State Attorney's Office cites Demore's lack of cooperation and raises concerns about some of the evidence and how it was obtained. The prosecutor also wrote Desiree was wrongfully Baker Acted last year, something her mother's attorney disputes in this letter, challenging many of the memo's other conclusions. Demore's lawsuit alleges her mother conspired with prominent psychiatrist Dr. Daniel Bober, seen here in body camera video, and others to have Desiree committed for a mental health evaluation. Bober cites supporting evidence from her family and diagnosed Desiree with an unspecified psychosis. He ordered she be taken to Memorial Regional Hospital, where he is chief of psychiatry, and where results from drug tests taken upon admission were negative, according to records Desiree shared with us.
Now, lying to get your daughter committed to a mental institute about prescription drugs is very questionable, and I kind of wonder, did it have anything to do with the accusation of witnessing abuse? Even though she has denied it, I look at it like there are some people who are victims of abuse that will go out of their way to just look at what's happening to them as very normal. But sometimes people will try to, lie to get somebody committed just to protect them from the abuser. Even though I do feel like you could easily say or try to get somebody to do a proper evaluation for her, say that, hey, my daughter's being abused and I think it's affected her mentally, instead of saying, oh, she was on drugs. Now, if she is lying about the abuse part, then I think that is a wild accusation throwing somebody's husband simply because you may not like the guy. Now, I know some people are going to be like, oh yeah, Rock Nation going to crumble, blah, blah, blah. Look, I don't know if this is going to go anywhere or if it will, but if it does, don't expect her to get removed as the CEO of Rock Nation. Like, I'm just going to be upfront and honest with you. I'm going to burst your bubble before you get your hopes up thinking she's going to get removed. And even if she does get removed, somebody else is going to take her place. And y'all going to demand that that person be reprimanded someday just because you don't like Rock Nation. The most people who's given this case the slightest amount of attention is ones who have an axe to grind with Rock Nation. People who want to blame Rock Nation while Tory Lanez is thrown in jail right now. People who somehow try to blame Jay-Z and Beyonce, weirdly enough. And all this stems from the whole Diddy shit. Years before Diddy went in, there was a point in time where everybody loved the Carters, everybody loved Rock Nation. Now that Diddy's in jail, people be trying to throw Rock Nation on the bus. Oh, Jay-Z got to have some dirt on him because he used to be friends with him. Keyword is used to be friends with Diddy. And I want people to ask themselves something. What if, wild concept, but what if Diddy wants everybody to turn on Rock Nation? Honestly, I feel like a lot of this is well orchestrated against Jay-Z and against Rock Nation by Diddy as a way to, as some type of weird get back for, not standing 10 toes beside him while he's on trial. I don't know. I just feel like a lot of y'all are playing right into Diddy's hands, doing exactly what he wants you to do, which is turn on Jay-Z, turn on the Carters, turn on Rock Nation, turn on Desiree Perez, and hope that everything gets burned down in the process. There's a lot of people that work for Rock Nation, that are artists of Rock Nation, that like working there. So I don't think y'all really ought to be having this pipe dream, wishing that the whole empire come crumbling down simply because you don't like Jay-Z no more, or you have some type of hate boner, you feel like Roc Nation is still connected to Diddy or whatever the fuck. Like, all this is one wild story. And if Desiree didn't end up, you know, lie about the abuse accusations too, I don't know what could happen to her. Again, like I said, I cannot see her get removed from Roc Nation because of her position, let alone be held accountable criminally. And even if she was replaced, y'all just will hate the next person that comes in to take her seat. But with that being said, y'all let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Till next time, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.